Hello, my name is Mordred Viking and I'd like to welcome you to episode 11 of this Let's Play Stellaris as the United Oathsworn. In the previous episode, I honestly have no idea what I was doing. It's been a couple of days since I last recorded and I need to kind of have a look around. I do somewhat seem to remember I was preparing for a war against Jumla here. We've certainly brought one fleet forwards for the offensive. We've got another one back in Medak. But I think I'm going to move you forwards. In fact, we could go and kill the... Oh no, we don't even need to take the space amoeba out. So what I think I'll do is I'll move you there. I can't get here, why not? Oh, that's technically in Jumla. Oh, interesting, okay. Well, we'll bring those guys up to support. And these guys are being upgraded. So we just need to wait a little while for that to happen. Let's bump it, whoops. It's up to a normal speed, fast speed even, and just wait for that to occur. We're also building stuff, good, construction's happening, science ships working. We're doing a bunch of surface upgrades, yep. Then the other thing that I was thinking about is what to do about these guys, because they're pretty unhappy, and they have in fact formed a faction. No, they haven't. Okay. Oh, was that in the 8-player game where they had a faction? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Okay, so these guys are totally chill, and they're fine, no worries. However, we do have one chap who is unfortunately unemployed here, so we need to give him something else to do. That tile is currently not actually producing anything, so we could build like the mineral processing plant or the power. In fact, I have a feeling that's what we're going to do. Maybe the power hub? Yeah, I think that's what we were going to do. So we need to wait for influence to tick up. We have an inactive building. Hydroponics, probably because I was trying to get other materials instead. However... Oh right, that's producing the same amount, plus a mineral. So yeah, that's just future-proofing, I guess, and we could actually upgrade this. Please do so. Upgrades, I believe, do not cost energy. Right, that was it. We were really short on energy until these guys joined us, then we suddenly got a bunch of energy. So we are trying rather hard to produce more energy. Okay, so these two fleets have arrived. Let's merge them together so we have one big fleet to go and attack stuff with. We have completed construction. We have a governor who's leveled up. Okay, good. Science is not quite flowing as I would have liked. We are in fact short a scientist. Now, should I replace you? Yes, I'm going to stop you exploring. And I'm going to stick the scientist here. I'd rather have a scientist actually researching and leave the science ship unused. Right, what else can we do? We are gaining a bit more energy. We should probably be looking around for places to colonize, like we can get here. That place, it's not a bad shout actually, it would expand our borders a little, right down to that direction. And that is kind of what we were looking to do. We've kind of blocked this area off. Unar would be a really good block because they can probably get across this gap here. This stuff is pretty secure because there is a big gap here. But here they could get across. If we took down Unar, then we would basically secure this region here, possibly even stretching up to there. So what I think I will do in Ursula is start building a colony ship. And I want the guys with Xenophile. Do we want the militarists? I don't think we do, so we're going to go for the non-militarist Xenophiles. That guy. And being able to select your colonists in that way gives you a pretty good way of kind of filtering precisely what type of citizens you want to encourage. So if you want to have a large population of Xenophiles, then that's how you would do it. For example, in the 8-player multiplayer I did, which you probably have actually been watching for a while,
Construction
I have a mission, or I have a event which allows you to... Well, sorry, start again. I got an event which gave a portion of my population Xenophile, and I've since then started using Xenophile colonists in order to expand the number of people who are okay with moving in with other nations in case I do decide to do migration and resettling and all that stuff. because I'm expecting that to be more of a thing when we've kind of expanded our own hold and you kind of have the more free flow of people. I'm expecting that. I don't know for sure if it's going to happen, but I'm expecting it. Alright, so you lot are still upgrading. You're almost done, in fact. So I think we are basically ready to declare this war. We'll wait for them. That'll give us a fairly significant amount of firepower that we can then use. And we're just continuing to build. Construction ship. I think we just wait, because I think we've... Oh no, we haven't actually done everything. Drop a research station on there. I have a feeling I saw another one. No, perhaps not. That was the only one. Okay, cool. So once these chaps are in position, then we will attack. And having been speaking of the 8-player multiplayer, that, for me, only happened yesterday, so I'm still kind of buzzing from it. So I really do hope that you're enjoying that series. I had a lot of fun recording it, an awful lot of fun. Really, really good.
Complete.
Oh, I do hope that wasn't a spoiler I just said. Sorry. Thinking about it, you'd only actually be on episode 2 of that now. So we want you to merge with you. Like so. And if you select the first fleet that you want everyone else to merge into, like for example if you have an admiral there, then you select the fleet you want to merge into and then select the others that will be the mergees. Right, let's have a word with you. Okay, so declaration of war. We can get them to cede the planet of Ursian, or we could try and vassalize them, which would cost rather more war score. However, I feel like we are going to get the war score, so we might as well vassalize them and hopefully integrate them later on in the game. So I think that's what I'm going to do. You click and drag over to what you are trying to do. Boom. We are now at war. Off you go. Let's turn this down, shall we? Some of the ships are a bit damaged. No matter. Right. There goes the fleet. We're arriving in Jumla. Boom. Have 1,000 men. They have 800 in defences, so let's knock out this mining station. Hopefully they send their fleet over to intercept me. Doesn't look like it. They're actually being quite clever here by staying close to their starbase here. It has a power of 443 plus the 448 from that fleet to there. So it doesn't look like my little gambit's going to work there, unfortunately. Oh, it's actually shooting back. At least we're taking damage.
Situation log updated.
Something able to hit us? Wouldn't have thought so. Okay, let's go and engage them then, shall we? Then after this we will have to try and get a scientist in order to start researching that debris.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Okay, this is just the corvettes. Is the starbase in? Starport is in, yes. Alright, so this is the first big battle of this series, really. Oh, we are cutting through them. Their shields are really quite pitiful. I mean, yes, we are taking losses ourselves, but nowhere near as much as they are. Wow. Something just ran away. Their fleet is pretty much dead, so then we'll just need to take down the starbase. So apparently our ships are just a lot stronger than theirs were. And now it's just the starport. Which is going down rather quickly. It did not have any shields, and my projectiles are just carving through it because projectiles do more DPS. There we go. Defeated. Ah, now this is something I had totally forgotten to do, in fact. We have no army to actually invade them with. You need ground troops as well as flying people. I have a wormhole station, but I'm not wormhole. What? Why? 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 I'm hyperlink. Have I got a wormhole station here? That makes no sense. Why do I have a wormhole? I am yeah, I'm hyperlane, hence I have hyperlanes. Where on earth did I get a wormhole generator? Not complaining, because that gives me instant access to any of these systems. But how? Must have been an event or something. I don't even remember that happening. Awesome. Okay, so we need an army. And for that we probably need the closest system, which is you. Armies tab here, which we have never even looked at before. And then we need to recruit a bunch of assault troops. It will take 90 days. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building up an assault army. They're absolutely identical on each of these planets, just to make it happen a little bit quicker. And this will mean that we will have a couple of troops in reserve. Okay, off we go. Is there anything else I can be blowing up while I'm doing this? Yeah, I can blow up that construction ship. Go for it. I could also begin an orbital bombardment, because they do have defensive troops here. Garrisons, assault armies, and post-atomic army.
Situation log updated.
Army damage plus 20, army health. Their armies are quite good. Alright, that's that destroyed. And this is the only planet they actually have. Of course, this is why I was going to pick on them. Science ship. I need a science leader. Oh, and I got the 50 stuff required. And I'm not even doing any research here. Man, I am not with it today. So I can have alien leaders. I can block volcanoes, and I seem to remember we don't have too many. Or we could start colonizing tundra worlds, which I definitely want to do, because that's going to open up a lot more possibilities for expansion. Well, that's Arctic. I'm Arctic, aren't I? Why is that not flagged habitable? Oh, because I haven't surveyed it. Yeah, I definitely need to get my scientists working. So let's click on science ship, assign leader, recruit a new scientist. Anomaly fail risk 10%, 25% or 25%. So I think we're going to go for one of these two, because they are slightly better. And we want to go for the youngest, which is this 53-year-old. Let's grab you. Let's throw you on this science ship. Alright, so first up, we're going to check out all the debris over here. Research, 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 research. Then I want you to survey that. Tomb World, Arald World, couple of tropicals. Oh yeah, I seem to remember there actually not being very many good worlds here. You can survey that. Tropical, Arctic. Oh, 4 worlds there. Impressive. And then, no, that'll do for now, because there is actually a hostile there, which we don't want to tangle with right now, I don't think. Who's unemployed? You are. Right, because I was waiting for influence to build that building. I still don't have it. Okay, no matter. Where are those armies? Do we have any yet? We're going to need quite a few armies to launch this offensive, so we're going to gather them in space. Now, the difference between assault armies and defense armies, whatever they're called, yeah, defense army, is assault armies come with little spaceships, which allows them to fly between systems, which is why they are more expensive. They have transports. We can now build destroyers. Ha ha ha. Marvellous. Engineering facility, that gives us more engineering tech. We can get destroyer assembly yards, which means that we would build destroyers more cheaply. But I think we actually want the engineering facility so we can get a few of the labs up, because I have been, I think, somewhat neglecting that. Also, we are currently actually producing the most engineering. Are these guys, like, building up an army at all, I wonder? Possibly. Oh, right. Let's put you guys in orbit. Will you just give up? No. Right, so this is where I choose how to bombard them, so I can cause damage to the planet's fortifications each day, multiplied by a supporting fleet size. Defenders will not regenerate. Oh, and there we go, we have started the bombardment. Limited ground support will cause 14 damage to the planet's fortifications each day. Small chance each month that a pop will die. Or limited ground support, pops are locked to unemployment and pop growth is halted. Or full ground support, 18 damage a day. Defending armies will not generate health, pops are locked to unemployment, pop growth is halted. And I'm going to guess there is actually a chance for pops to die in each of those, though it's not actually saying that. And they have a general. We do not. Oh no, we have no general. We need more influence, like quite badly. I might turn off the edicts. Edicts I can just turn on and off, can't I? So what we are going to do is... Where are those edicts? Say election, faction, planets. Nope. It is in here. Policies. We're going to turn those off, because you can turn them on or off at will. And that will give us the influence increase that we will need in order to launch this offensive. And there you go, we are starting to get some armies together. We're building 3 in each, so I'm going to wait until we have 3 in each. Victory. Oh, they've surrendered. Cool. In that case, we don't actually need the armies, though. I'm going to continue building them anyway, so we don't find ourselves in this situation again. Excellent. Right, you lot can go and get repaired. And these guys are now our vassal. Okay, excellent. So we did not, in fact, need the edict. Now I am going to just leave these edicts off for the moment, because I still want to build the power hub, which costs 25. So we need to wait another 2 months and then we can get it. There is an election going on. And currently it's a bit of a tie between these 5. And all of them want orbital research. There's no difference between them except for the... Probably want... no, we don't really care about happiness. That one would be quite nice. Yeah, I think we actually want Baramden Iridar to win it, but I'm not going to spend the stuff to support him. I don't think we need to, really. Okay, so Jumla has fallen to us, so now here in the contacts, Empire of Jumla, we're going to send a embassy to. Now, when can I integrate? They must have been a subject for 3,600 days. Right, we're going to establish an embassy there just so we make them a little bit happier towards us. And that will do. Right, okay, so we have expanded quite a lot in that. We'll probably just turn that straight away into a sector or something like that. In fact, this whole area here will probably be a sector as well. So we keep the core homeworlds here, which will be our most productive, and then we just set a budget for the sectors. And I'll show you how sectors work in a moment when we actually need them, because right now we have the 7 out of 7 planets that we can personally maintain without penalty. You can maintain more, but it will cost you an upkeep, basically. I think. I've never actually done it, so I'm not 100% sure. I have a constructor ship not doing anything. Let's go and help these guys out. And we can build, I think. Oh. You can't build on vassal's territory. Well, that sucks. Oh well. Okay, so we have a new Chancellor whose skills are
Construction complete.
happiness and minerals, so we are producing a ton of minerals, which we don't really need because we are at our force limit. In fact, what we could do with minerals is start building some more spaceports, except they cost credits to upgrade, unless we have a certain module, which we do not. If you have the solar panel module, you can build that, and then that basically pays for their own upkeep, so the star bases are basically free, which would be nice, but we don't have it, and each one would cost 3. And I'd kind of like to go a bit expansionist at this point, especially now that we're researching tundra worlds, and that would basically allow us to bloom out and really start kind of snowballing a bit, honestly. Tropical world, bunch of recruitments done. Okay, and we have the influence required. Not for that, for... Oh, did he migrate away? Okay, fair enough. Okay. Build. I want a power hub. Boom. There. Off you go. And what about expanding over in this direction? Arctic. We just need to do a bunch more surveying, honestly. It seems like we've been somewhat remiss in how much surveying we've done. And we are getting a lot of materials right now. What am I missing? What could I be doing with those? Do we have all the buildings on our planets and things? We are starting to produce quite a lot more credit now. Yes, it will go down slightly once we have built the colony ship, but I think we can do some more. So like these places, we've not built any science labs. So we're going to do that. You need the basic science lab before you can get the more upgraded, powerful one. So we're just going to build a bunch of basics. Check here. You could do the hydroponics.
Analyzed.
You could do the science lab. Over here, I think we're more or less okay.
Construction complete.
And here you are not doing... Oh no, you're migrating. So yeah, our people are moving fairly freely between themselves, which is okay. It's acceptable. You could be upgraded to a power plant 2, which will increase our credit production, which will be rather nice. You, likewise, upgrade, sure, and you. You're moving away. You are all okay. Then Rorian's Grove. Oh, that's just showing your happiness, okay. This could be upgraded. Rorian's Grove is producing rather a lot of stuff for us, but you are very unhappy here. You have a habitability of 100 in this location, okay, so we've got a bunch of physics research, and a scientist just leveled up, good. Now I am thinking about a edict. I thought there was a happiness edict, but apparently not. We could also put a governor in. Do we have a governor which makes people a little happier? We could move you over here, I think. That gives us the happiness bonus and construction bonuses too, which is quite nice. Okay, cool. So that is that happening.
Debris analyzed.
They are building that. Do we have all of our armies? We do now. Okay. I think we'll just leave them on the planets, or should we spread them out a bit? And how much are the armies costing us? 6. And we have a colony ship, and we're still making a bunch of money. Okay, interesting. So, how are we making so much money suddenly? And why? So we're going to move in over here. And we're going to settle there. Off you go. And that, I think, would actually suggest that we can do with another colony ship. And really start expanding. Now we are militarist, aren't we? So maybe we should be getting the militarists. Because that is what we are, and that would give us the bonus bonus happiness when we're at war. So yeah, alright, go for the militarist. I think I will build some more starbases, starports. You've already got one. We could start upgrading to level 2. You a level 2? You are. Level 3 would allow us to build destroyers there. You're building one. I think we will go to level 2 here. Except we don't have the minerals. Okay, we've actually spent the minerals. Good. Might as well keep production going. It'll always come in useful. We have one frontier outpost. Where is that? There. I kind of suspect we don't actually need it, because eventually our 2 planets here will actually close in, and the influence here will join together. So I'm actually going to destroy this outpost. Hopefully we still have some of the influence there. No, completely lost it. Okay, so we've lost our 3 engineering from that spot, but we will get it back. Like I said, these 2 will draw towards each other. And we've got a bunch more naval capacity. Speaking of naval capacity, we are going to develop some new ships. Now, one thing I did discover during the multiplayer game is you can in fact create a new model of ship. So for example, we've been using the Pakarians until now. We could create a new one, and so long as we upgrade the new one, any corvettes we already have will upgrade to that new model, not to this one. So we can take the Pakarian as kind of the example, and we'll have the law maker, which will probably be pretty much what we have there. However, I think I might make all of these interceptor cores. Give it a bit more firepower. Damage 4.2, 2.12. So that'll be 4.24 per gun rather than 4.22. Which is slightly more damage. And do we want the hyperdrive too? Not convinced. Not convinced. And we have got improved deflectors. We probably need 3 of those. There we go. That's our ship design. Save that. And now we have the lawmaker. So in the future, when we upgrade our ships, we'll need to make sure that when we get more modules, we need to put them on the lawmaker rather than the Pythagorean. And then all the other ships that we have will upgrade to the Pythagorean. We could in fact upgrade them all right now. Might as well do it, to be honest. And then hopefully we'll get a couple of law makers out of this.
Debris analyzed.
We'll see. The other thing that we want to do is find the destroyer, delete that model, and then create a new one. So, new design, destroyer. Front section. So these different sections basically determine how your ship will function. So these are the size of weapon slots, these are the utilities, that's the power and the armor and stuff. So all the utilities are the same, it's just the weapons that change for this. So you can have one large weapon, which is really what you want when you know that you're coming up across cruisers and things. I don't know if destroyers are counted as small or medium targets. I actually have a feeling that they're small, because I know that there are corvettes, destroyers, frigates, I think is the next one up, and then after that cruiser, I believe. So I think what we will do is we'll actually go for the Fortune Breaker. You saw I switched all my corvettes to small, small, small. So they'll be our anti-small unit, and then we'll have the destroyer with the capacity to tangle with slightly larger ones, but we're not going to focus on it. So we're going to go with 1 medium weapon and 4 smalls for this. They're all going to be coil guns, except maybe we'll get 1 point defense there. We'll take the hyperdrive too for this, fine. And we'll get all of those. Okay, so we want a fusion reactor. Probably 2 of them, maybe even 3. And a bunch of improved deflectors, I think. Maybe not a bunch. Maybe we'll go for 2 nanocomposite armors. 2 large deflectors, sorry, medium deflectors. No, 1 small, 1 medium. 2 small, left tier 1. That's what I was saying, it's tier 2 of those. And then 2 medium fusion reactors to power it all. And this will be the law speaker. Which, if you follow the background lore for the Ursians, law speakers are very, very important members of their society. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now what we can do once Ursula has been upgraded is we can then start building some of the law speaker class ships. There's 2 identical price. Some more analysis going on. Good. Continue. Anyway, I think that is it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, then please do like and subscribe. Really is appreciated. If you have any tips or advice for me, then please do leave a comment in the section below. I do try and read and respond to pretty much everything there. So keep them coming. And yeah, I hope to catch you next time. I'll see you then. Goodbye.